What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you? You know, the black community, bro, they're at a crossroads, man, crossroads. And this is Kodak Black, right? He's done something. I think he's rehab. He's in rehab. And this isn't about him, but he's a good image to make my point. To make my point with this guy. What is the black community going to do with these guys? I mean, these malcontents, these thugs, these people who have no desire to function. They refuse to follow any type of rules. They want disorder. They're problematic, troublemaking. They can't socialize. Have no social skills. They are incapable of raising kids. Their kids are animals. Their kids come out just like them. And they whine and complain about society and whine about how they got a bad break and it ain't their fault. No, it is your fault. It's exactly your fault. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. What are we gonna do with these pookies, man? I'm serious. What are we gonna do with these guys? And let me say something to the nonviolent pookies who just smash and smash and smash, but beyond the woman and neglecting your kids, you don't cause problem. You do whatever you want to do. I'm talking about having to go to the mall. I'm talking about having to go pick your kids up from school. I'm talking about trying to live your life. And boom, there's a pookie. There's a troublemaking pookie. There's a thug. There's a criminal. There's a thug. And all he wants to do is create anger and hostility and it's a really a form. If you look at it, it's really a form of entitlement. And yeah, this is my second load about thug behavior. Let me do another one. Got to do another one. It's really a form of entitlement. When you see these guys, right? They know they're problematic. They know that they can't function in society, so they dress themselves up in designer, and then try to hide behind in chains, neck chains, and fake teeth and that the Vietnamese sells the dummy, some overpriced fake teeth, right, and fake diamonds, and those things have no resale value. If you tried to put those things on the market, you would get nothing. You get crumbs compared to what you paid for them. We see them in the hip hop magazines. We see them all the time. We see them holding up their chains. We see them in all the designer. We see them making the white man rich. You bought a big chain. You just made that Vietnamese dude rich. You bought your designer clothes. That just made an Italian man who hates you. An Italian man, you didn't spend money on him. You don't even bought clothes. That man don't even want you. And what did it say? Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy contacted Gucci. He had his people contact him because Trick Daddy had put Gucci in some songs that had did some numbers. And his people, he did it from a professional standpoint. The people reached out to Gucci, and Gucci, they don't know, the marketing team, they said, we'll take it under advisement. They wrote it down. We will take it under advisement and we will get back to you. They called him back about 3 days later. And we're talking about the people who worked. We're not talking about Joe Schmo. We're talking about their jobs. That's their job. They handle advertisement for Gucci. The people at Gucci called him back and in a very calm, rational way explained to him, not only are we not going to give you money for what you've done in the past, can you please take us out of your music? Take us out. Don't mention us. We don't want your crowd. Everything you got thug, matroni, thug this and thug it up, and I'm a thug and all of that. We don't want to be associated with that. We don't want to be. We don't even want your money. We don't even want your money. And no. Guess well, Platt, how would you know? Because Trick Daddy tells the story. They don't even want his money. They said, this is a high class brand. We have no idea why you want to wear our stuff, even talk about our product. It's not made for you. It's not an affirmation that you no longer reside in the ghetto. We don't want your business now. And I said, well, I'm looking at Trick Dad. I said, did you change? Did you clean yourself up? Did you look at your music and say, hey, I want to be affiliated, I want to be associated with these high brands? Did you check? Nope, he didn't. He didn't. And we saw the Essence Fest where the black people got up and walked out because of his profane, filthy mouth. And and you look at people say, man, you and your old lady, man, y'all want to get freaky and y'all talk freaky to each other. Who said you can't? But man, when you're in a public area, express yourself better. Express yourself better. I mean, when I was a little kid, man, my grandfather used to get mad whenever we would use the wrong words, whenever we would use a word that was not describing like an appendage, whenever we would use profanity, he would get mad. And he said, boy, I'm trying to protect you. He said, you're going to wind up in the emergency room and they're going to ask you where you hurting at. And because you're a dumbass, you won't even be able to describe where you hurting at. And he said, you don't want to go down there doing that. You need to know the appropriate name for every part of your body. Don't talk like that. Don't refer to that like that. Call it what it is, but don't say stuff like that. I remember that. He used to get on us about that, man. Growing up in the hood and stuff. And you say, what are we going to do with Pookie, right? What are we going to do with Pookie? What are we going to do with Pookie? What are we going to do with these guys? We know these guys are among us. These guys have money. They're hyper violent. They have the ear of the community. They have the ear. They are the it people. They are the people you want to be. What are we going to do with them? They're destroying the credibility of black people, period, with their behavior. In the black community, to have an open drug addiction is acceptable. It's not about, hey, don't you need to get some help? No, they just have hope. Who's that? That's my sister, man. Oh, but hold up for a minute. She on that shit. Huh? What do you mean? Man, she on that shit. She gone, man. She gone on that shit. So is somebody trying to prepare an interdiction? Is someone preparing paperwork to get her in a care facility? What? What you say? It's someone in the family, doing something to try to help her. What, man? What's wrong with you, man? She'll get off that shit, man. Right now, she on that shit. And you shake your head. And you say, what are we going to do with people like this? How are we going to make it with people like this? What are we going to do about the Pookies? And you got the Sexy Reds, the Scrippers. What are we going to do about it? And why do black people romanticize these people? These people are thugs. These people are lowlifes. They're thugs. They don't belong a place amongst regular people. They've canceled themselves out, their behavior. Don't bring your drug addiction around me, and don't bring your drug addiction around my kids. Don't bring that around my family. No, you can't date my sister. No, you can't date my daughter. You have a drug addiction. No, I'm not impressed with your lean cups. I'm not impressed with you. That don't work with me. The rims, you got big rims on your car. You got double cup lean beverage. I don't care about that. No, I'm not. And that is a problem, man. And we get the hip hop community and then we look at all these white people own all of these black labels. And they feed that stuff to the black community. And if you talk to these wealthy men, they wouldn't even let you in their gated community. You couldn't get past the gate. That's what they think about your black ass. They'll poison your community with this filthy garbage music. And they won't even let you try to go out there. You could be signed to them and say, I have a meeting at 12 o'clock. They'll say, well, we don't have your name. You say, hey, man, you see me, I'm on Billboard. I got a #1 hit. Sir, your name's not on this list. I'm not opening up the gate. What do you mean? What do you mean? And that tells you they don't want you over there. They don't want you on there. And they'll let you do that in the ghetto. They'll let you look like this. They'll let you smoke drugs. They'll let you menace. And we just had another dude. I didn't even do the stream on it. We just had another dude. He just knocked down his girlfriend 17 shots over a breakup. Young brother too. And I know what that comes from. I'm telling you, I know exactly what that comes from. Growing up in neglect, growing up where you never had nothing in the Black community. You finally, as a young man, discover love, or what you think is love. You finally got you something. You ain't had nothing your whole life. You finally got something. And what we have to do, I know we don't want to do it. We have to let that woman go on, man. If she want to switch up, if she lying, as a man, you got to let her do it, man. No, don't argue, don't disagree, don't get in your feelings. I know, okay, you in your feelings. Okay, well, man, that's not going to be good, because if it go left, what you going to do? And sure enough, she tried to break up. This man put 17 in her body. He put her under, and he sat there. Police came in. He sat there with the gun, with the body, no resistance. They taking him in custody. They're going with witness statements from the neighbors. They're going with witness statements from her family, previous incidents, and they're compiling their case. But this is a guilty. And it was all over. She wanted to break up with me. What are we going to do with these thugs, man? What are we going to do with these guys? I'm like, what? I'm like looking at that, man. You think, no, let me tell you something. You think I haven't been hurt by a woman? I didn't do that. I get it. But come on, man. That's what we doing. What are we going to do with the thug? And you see, it's only coming from one guy. It's only coming from one group of people. One group of people. And they're controlling the narrative in all of the problems. What are we going to do with Pookie, man? What are we going to do with the drug addicted, misfit, serial rule breaker, just a thug, man, who comes over to your house? You got a party. He's got a pistol. What are we going to do with these guys? You took a pistol to a party. What are we going to do with people like this? What are we going to do? Are we just going to accept them? Are we going to make excuses for them? Are we going to talk about black this and black that and black this and black and black and he black and black and black? Or are we going to call out his behavior? Are we going to say, no, man? No, sir. No, sir, brother. Hey, bro, you can't do that here. Hey, bro, you can't do that here. You can't smoke that. Hey, man, don't smoke that here. Put that out. No, don't put it out. Get your ass out of here. You can't get your ass out. Are we going to be men and stand up to them? And when they go on today, you hating on me, say, what? You hating on me. Bro, get your ass off my property. You hating on me. Man, you a hater. Nah, man. We don't have to accept that. We don't have to accept that. Don't let them do that. Fuck that. Get your ass out of here. I don't care about your drugs, man. Don't use your drugs here. Hey, man. Don't use your drugs here. Hey, bro, you need to pull your pants up. I don't care what you call me. We got to do that. We need more men willing to do that. I do that shit all the time. They don't. I don't give a damn. That's another thing. Nigga, I don't want you to. That's why I'm doing it. That's exactly why I'm doing it to you, because I don't want you to like me. I have no desire for you to like me. I would prefer you leave what I'm doing. I don't like you around me. You are an idiot. You are a troublemaker. You are a criminal. I do not identify. I do not empathize with you. I don't care about your legal woes. I don't care about your child support. I don't care. Who told you to sit up there and lay up and make all them kids, and now your ass broke, and now you over here acting a fool? I didn't tell you to try to get in the streets. Did I tell you to get in the streets? You chose to get in the streets. I didn't tell you to drop out of school. I didn't tell you to do none of that. No, you're not going to get a pass over here. What are we going to do with Pookie, man? What are we to do? Are we to accept his senseless and that's what it is. It's a senseless behavior. It's a senseless behavior. It's disrespectful. It's not productive. And see, this is the problem, especially even, well, I won't even say it's a problem. I would say just this is something that you experience, you see on YouTube. You go on YouTube, you go to various podcasters, and they have a racial hatred toward black. That it's a racial hatred. It's across the board. You know, they have that. You know, you hear them and they have that, right? But what I say is they never understand it within the black community. There's a disdain toward those guys. You talking about the troublemakers. Don't nobody want to be around them people, man. Don't nobody impressed with them people. And let me tell you something, for the women who run up on them and I won't hit my man, he a thug. You know what? Just like I'm reading about this woman today. He put 17 in her fucking chest. I'm going to be reading about your dumbass. He a thug. I like him. I like a guy like that. Ooh, I like him. He's a thug. And yeah, hey, you can leave with him. Why don't you join him? He can get the fuck off my property and get your ass off my property. I don't care what you guys do. And we see no criticism. You got a Kodak Black, a drug addict, a thug, and no criticism, just praise. Why? Because he can rap. So because this nigga can rhyme, so why don't we look up to Dr. Seuss? If that's the barometer of a good man, why don't we put a chain on Dr. Seuss's neck? He can rhyme. Green eggs and ham. Sam I am. He can rhyme. Why don't we do that? We gonna praise these people. I'm gonna tell you something. You understand? I grew up around this stuff, and I can speak from experience. This stuff is bad, man. As a kid, I didn't know. I'm telling you, man. You got to get on, leave them alone, man. Dap them up, and tell them you want something. You want to have a life. When you turn 30, you want to have a reflection. You want to have a clean criminal record, and you want to be in a community of people where they love you and they care about you. You don't want to have to sleep with one eye open. You don't want to have a whole bunch of arrests and have to deal with the authorities. And your grandmama got to put the only thing she got, her house up, to get your dumb ass out of jail. And you know she ain't got nothing. But she got to bail your dumb ass out. Why you want to live like that, man? That's the only thing that thugs, that's all that's going to get you. That's all that's going to get you, bro. I don't care how many women you get. Oh, I get the slow, man. Man, it ain't worth it. The price is too high. If I got to be a thug, I don't want it. Then you're right. I don't want it. The price is too high. It's not worth it. And it's not working, man. That thug world, it's not working. Look at these people. Look at these wealthy people. Look at all these wealthy rappers. They on Twitch now. Look at these people. Jail niggas, just old jail nigga. You don't want to be, that's what you do when you fail. That ain't what you do when you live. You don't wake up and decide to be a jail nigga. That's what you do when you fail in life. You got to come on. Wake up to this shit, man. He said, Harriet said, we can't take it. There go another Harriet reference. No. Harriet, we don't have to take everybody. But I didn't say do harm to the thug. I didn't say because he's a thug, delete him. I didn't say that. That's what Harriet was talking about. That is a difference. If we get reparations, we can move back to Wakanda. You can move to Africa right now, man. You can work if you are a individual in America right now and you came through a horrific upbringing, family was on crack, You rarely got a meal. If it wasn't for the school systems, you really wouldn't have got a meal. You did some bad things. Fortunately, you haven't been caught. Join the post office, man. Try to get on the fire department. These things you can do. You don't have to have a college degree for these things. Get in shape. Run track. Run track for what? Because you want to get on the fire department. You ain't running track because you want a scholarship. You're not running track because you're the fastest dude on the team. You're running track because if you want to stay in shape so that when you graduate, when they open that up and they say we need 6 police officers, 6 firefighters out of, and 6,000 people show up, you want to be that dude that's in excellent shape, exceptional shape. And your appearance, bro, let me tell you something. When they take those applications, they put little check marks. If you walk up to there and you see you're something, they say, okay, we can work with this guy. This guy's in great shape. He's young. He he's ready to work. He's ready to help. We could put him on the force, let him do a nice 25 years, and he's good for us, and we're good for him. That's what you do, man. Don't blow blunts. Don't blow blunts and ruin your life, and then you can't do nothing with your future. And learn to accept that somebody might be right when they correct you. If someone comes up to you and you don't like it, no, I get that part. I don't like it. I'm gonna be for real. I don't like when people tell me stuff. I don't like when people say, "Hey, man, you didn't park in the square. Your car's a little bit out of the square, and I got to go back." And I don't like that. I'm out the car, man. I'm finna run it. Hey, man, I'm gonna be in and out. Excuse me, sir. Can you please put your car between the 2 bars? Thank you, sir. We've had a lot of people talking about uh, people bumping their car. We're trying to. Can you please, sir? Thank you. Man, F you. You hating on me. You hating on me. We got to stop doing that, man. We got to stop doing it. Bro, there ain't nothing wrong with somebody telling you something you may have done wrong. You reevaluate it, you consider it, and then, even though it might be uncomfortable, you do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Great Reaper. You know what a great Reaper knows. He be seeing it. He see it. Hey, he see it. Hey, I was at the car rental booth, and the guy had no license. I can see it because I was next up. The guy had no license. He had a jacket on like he had a job. He came in with a work jacket. He had no license. Um, and he was talking to the woman, and he told the woman, she said, "Well, sir, um, we don't have your reservation." He said, "Check back to December 13th. Yeah, I've rented here a bunch of times. Go back." And she said, "Okay, yeah, you rented with us. This is your name." She said, "I got that." She said, "Okay, and you're trying to rent now?" And he said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, we don't have a reservation, but you know what? Because I was listening, right? I will go ahead and prepare for you a car. Give me a moment." She said, "Okay, I need your credit card." He gave her a credit card. She said, "All right, I need your license." There it goes. There it goes. I need your license. "Well, I ain't got my license." No, 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 no. I had my license back then. It's at home. I don't have it with me. She said, "Well, sir, I can't give you a rental car if you don't have a license. I also need proof of insurance." "No, listen. I rented here before." She said, yes, I see that. I'm ready to rent a car. My license at home. Use that information from before. She said, I can't do it. I need to see your license. That dude pitched a fit up there. And you got to understand, I'm right behind him. I'm looking at this dude. And that was a black woman. That was a black man, a black woman. It was white. It was at the airport. It was white people in the line. And I'm standing there looking at this dude. I got my license in my hand. I got my insurance in my hand. I got my reservation. I got it off the internet. I printed it. I got a hard copy right in my hand of the reservation. I got my driver's license. I got my insurance right in my hand. And I watched that dude, and he had on a work jacket like he was at work. And he screamed at that woman, and the security started to walk toward him, and he left. He was mad too. And I went up to that counter. I said, man, this is, you have to deal with this every day. She started to laugh, right? I said, motherfucker ain't even got a license. How you gonna rent him a car? He ain't got no license. And I said, don't he realize you would get fired if you do it? He don't, that's not even in his mind. I'm like, bro. The woman would lose her job. You literally asking her to lose her job so you can, for whatever reason, rent a car. That woman said, can I help you? I said, there you go. I pushed all of that in front of her. She slowly took everything. She looked up the confirmation number. She went with the credit card. She went with the insurance. Next thing I know, within 2 minutes, she was handing me my key. You can go to 14. Go up to the second floor, go to 14. Got my stuff. I didn't pitch a fit. I never fit. I got my stuff. And I looked at that brother and I said, brother, what are we gonna do? Bro, you ain't got no job. Why you got that jacket on? He had on some type of, like a work jacket. What he had on the back of it, I said, I think it was Pet Boys. It was some shit like that, like to make you think he had a job. And I said, everybody in the line, nobody comes up here in a work outfit. This is, people are coming off planes. People are getting on planes. You don't wear a fucking work outfit to an airport. So, I mean, that woman ain't stupid. She see people up. I'm like, and I'm looking at the dude like, bro, that ain't gonna work. If your license suspended, just say that. And unfortunately, I get it. I absolutely get it. You need a car. You got to talk to your family, man. Or maybe you just won't be able to get one. Maybe you ain't gonna be able to do what you want to do. He said, I should have helped him. I should have picked him up. Yeah, I should have picked him up and said, well, you want me to take you, brother? My grown ass. Here it is. I get the car. I see him walking. I pull up beside him. Now, see, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to work. Okay? A man pulling up to him. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? That man going to look at me and say, what? He going to think I'm gay, man. He going to say, what's up, nigga? He was like, what the fuck? Fuck you mean, bro? Can I get in the car? What? Bro, I don't know that man. I can't help them out. But let's just say he got in the car with me. So my grown ass is going to take his grown ass where? To his grandmama's house, and then where else you want to go? Where else you want to go? I'm going to take his grown ass, to his girlfriend's house. So, okay. I'm going to say, man, don't worry about it. I got you, man. What you need? Hey, man, I want you to pick up my woman. Okay. She get in the car. So then what we're going to do? Hey, man, take us over here. Okay, I'm going to pick. You think I'm going to do? You think that's what he wants? Ain't nothing I can do for him, man. And also the assumption is I've never been through that. That's what I'm saying. When people do this stuff, when they go through, they lose a license, they act like you ain't never been, they act like you ain't never had no issues. They act like you ain't never been fired. You ain't never been lied on. Motherfucker lied on me. Motherfucker lied on me, then he fired me. I didn't do nothing. He knew the rules. He accused me of something, and he used that as a reason to fire me. And I'm down there talking about I didn't do it. They looking at me like, what you telling us for? Like, what What do you mean you didn't do it? They said, well, he says you did it. And then you got like a 3 day you can go and they'll go over it. But but this is how you deal with it, man. This is the way you deal with this. What are we to do with Pookie, man? And then you look at the hip hop community, they like pour fertilizer. What's up with your ambition? You look at the hip hop community, bro. They just grow these Negroes. They just grow them. So they screwing up more than the black community. Yep, hip hop has caused major damage in the black community. Hip hop community. And also the drugs. You look at these guys. I can look at this guy, Kodak. Man, you can't beat drugs. No, he can look at how he's in a drug induced haze. That's seen in the black community. That's seen as something to respect. A foul mouthed rapper who walks around like a zombie in a drug induced haze. That's respectable. Just telling the truth on that. And that is portrayed, that is projected. It's about money. And oh man, you got money, and you got some money, you got more money. Man, shut your broke ass up. He got more money than you. Man, shut your broke ass, man, shut your hating ass broke ass, man. You hating him, you broke. I ain't hooked on drugs. I'm with it. I'm winning over him. I don't give a fuck what he got. I don't care if he got Elon Musk money. He better get off that shit. He better get off that shit while he can. You see what I'm saying? I know. Say I don't care. Yeah, I'm broke. Plat, you broke. I am. Look, like the stream. Support the platform. Hit the cash app, man. He can hang that on me. Plat, you broke. Okay. But he's hooked on some shit that he can't get off. Don't you realize that? Don't you realize that? That ain't even nothing to be funny about. And you see these guys, they go to jail, they get in all types of trouble, and they get locked up or they get accused of a crime, and you see them on their Twitter talking about Donald Trump, pardon me. Talking about how they gonna beat their case. And you listening to them say, wait a minute, bro, you said you want to beat your case? Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm trying to beat this case, man, because so what the fuck you mean beat a case? You mean so you guilty? So you guilty. So maybe you talking to me and you guilty, you out here hurting people? Hurting black people? And you want me to respect a guy like you? A lot of them just single mom simps, man. They was raised by a single mom. They in the ghetto got them. The people in the ghetto got them. We saw this with DMX. At 14, DMX, a bad person, his so-called mentor, a horrific guy, whoever this man is, gave DMX, a young boy, 14, a crack field. He gave him a marijuana joint that was peppered with crack cocaine. And DMX was still a very talented man, but in the end, even he admits it. That was a death sentence for him because he could never leave that alone. That sealed his faith. Had he never been introduced to that, who knows? DMX may still be going right now, making more music and everything. He said, to be honest, I think the gang, they want the gang. Yeah, I do. I do. I think they do. I think they want these, I think that when you look at a guy like this, a Kodak Black, I think the black community, I think America wants black people to identify with a Kodak black, the drug, the drugging, the thugging, the jailing. When you look at a guy like Michael B. Jordan, if you notice, they don't really hold, like he gets his awards, but they don't really tout him. You don't see him like that. He's really pushed to the side. We don't want them trying to be like Michael B. Jordan. We don't want people growing up like him. A guy who kept his shit together, a guy who didn't snap because he fell out with his old woman. He didn't go get his pistol because his old woman broke up with him. This is a very solid brother right here. He loves his mother. He took his mother to the Grammys. There are women all over the place who would have loved to went with him. He said, no, I'm taking the woman I love and who've always been in my corner, my mother. Yeah, society, they don't bring him up. They don't bring him up. They want to talk about the DMXs. They want to talk about the Kodak Blacks. And they want to say that you're not a real black man if you're not like these people, if you don't have an addiction, if you're not baked in crack cocaine, you ain't a real black person. Well, we believe Carmelo Anthony. I hope he gets a fair appeal. But this is racist what you're doing, brother. And I know you're doing it on purpose. 35 years for your poster child. If anything, if you think he's guilty, you should be applauding the legal system, not trying to rub it in people's face. But you know what we're gonna do for that, brother? We're gonna get rid of you. You shouldn't try to. You should just say, "Hey, you think he's guilty, and you hope he had a fair trial." You shouldn't be saying no shit like that. How many black people was at that track meet? How many? How many black people didn't do anything to anybody? But you want to base the track meet off that one guy or that one situation. So some kind of way that's an indictment of all black people. And the let me tell you some white supremacy, these people are hypocrites. Everything that they claim they're against, they are doing. They are doing. They're always bringing up race. They screaming at black people, bringing up race. They're always taking one incident and using a broad brush. They do that to the black community all the time. When you say, "Hey man, that police officer racist," all you guys racist. We ain't all racist. We not all racist. And so, wait a minute, but you just said you do the same. But and that's what they do, man. That's what they do. But what are we going to do with the Pookies, man? What are we going to do? I mean, I think the black community at this point simply cannot afford him. I think he's too much. I think that he's created such a problem. Yeah, a lot of people, you got to let him go. Let him go. Just move back to Africa and save America. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. And when you ask a Pookie, when you ask a Pookie, can you please lower your voice? They get mad at that. You at a Walmart. Here comes Pookie screaming on his phone. You say, man, hey man, I got my daughter with me. Sir, excuse me, sir. I have my daughter with me. Can you please not use profanity? But dude, hold up for a minute. Hold up. Nigga, you hating on me. You hating on me. He said, what? It said, well, you don't want to address the fact that you're using profanity in front of children. What you want to do is talk about me hating. I don't even know who you are. Man, I don't even, bro, I don't know you and I don't want to know you. Can you not use profanity in front of my child, please? Does that make it better? Better? I am not, as you say, hating on you. Yeah, you know, and it'd be like, yo, man, why you? And I've done that. I've done it. Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I've never had a guy not do it. I don't care how many chains he got on his neck. I don't care if he's got on a LeBron James flea market fake ass Laker outfit. I don't care. I don't care how thuggish and hood he's dressed. If I say, hey, excuse me, sir, he looks around, he sees me standing next to my daughter standing next to me. Can you please not talk like that in front of my child? To this day, man, I've never had nobody do that to me. I'm not saying it's not going to happen to you. I'm exaggerating when I say he turns around and says, you hate no. I just know how they do. Whenever you tell them something, they always start accusing you of having ulterior motives. Say, hey, man, can you please not smoke weed here? Can you not smoke that stuff? Can you say, hey, look, man, I'm a recovering addict, man. Can you please not smoke that around me? You hating on me. You hating on me. We had to get some t-shirts. I don't even have t-shirts. We done made up so many sayings over here. I think our t-shirt, our first one will be, you hating on me. That's going to be my first shirt. You hating on me. You stupid. No insurance. I've been hit 3 times. 3 times. I've had 3 wrecks. A guy literally, this was a white dude. He literally pushed my car sideways. As he turned, we were in the turning lane. He got behind me. And I guess he wanted to go forward. He said, okay, damn, I don't want to turn left. So this dude turned his car. Big old car, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a white dude, one of them big, you know what I'm saying? Big ass cars they be driving. And my car started to slide. He hit my bumper and my car started to slide. It said, whoop. And I was like, what? Because I couldn't believe it. I'm looking in the back and I see him. Once he got clear, pow, he was gone. Pow, he was just like a gun out, gone. I'm getting out the car trying to look at my bumper and he's way down there. I mean, and I said, man, you know, he messed up the paint, but he really didn't hit the car. So that was one time. Guy hit me from behind. I'm getting ready to turn into an apartment complex. Bam. I was naive and I was young and I didn't know better. I go forward in the car. Can't believe I got hit. Get out of the car, going to get his insurance, registration. This guy backs up. By the time I open up the driver's door, he's trying to go around the car. Fortunately, I had my mind together. When I saw that, I jumped back into the car. And he would have took that door with him. He was gone. He was gone. I said, man, what's going on? I got insurance, but if you're wrong, and then everybody told me they don't want their insurance to go up. I said, well, don't hit me from behind. And they said, man, you dreaming, man. These people don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about hitting you, but they don't want their insurance to go up. They know, even though they got insurance, they know if you file a claim, that's going to cause them insurance to go up. And they ain't doing that shit. And he said, you lucky you jumped in that car. That motherfucker ran your ass over. And this was an older black man telling me, and I said, you know what? Thank you, man. I said, I see out here, man, this world, it ain't what you think it is. It ain't what you think it is. You think it's like that. It's completely different than what you think it is. What are we to do with the Pookies, man? The troublemakers. We're about to get into another summer. Dude, you can go look it up. Do me a favor, go look it up. It's on Google. 18 shots to the chest. Brother, black man just deleted his girlfriend. All you got to do, go on Google, put today 18 shots to the chest. It will bring you the story up. It will bring you the story up. And the guy didn't run, was no shootout with the police. When they showed up, she was full of holes, and he was right there, weapon right there, sitting on the couch. Took him with no incident. He was heartbroken. He got a broken heart, man, and I get that, but he was too young, I guess. We know, and that's what I'm saying. As a man, we got to be sort of. Well, I disagree. I disagree. If that's your response, you don't need to be amongst the living. If you're going to respond like that, your girl breaks up with you, and your idea of dealing with the problem is deletion. You don't need to be amongst regular people. Go look it up for yourself. It's right there on Google. I saw it today. Gangster rap to some degree carries a lot of that. You're right. You're right. Um, but guess what? I like gangster rap. Guess what? Guess what? If I'm up in the strip, if I'm up in the strip house, the strip club or whatever, the shake, if I'm up in the shake, I'm being for real with you, bro. If I'm up in the shake and all them women walking around with their ass hanging out, and I got a Corona, and they playing some of these hardcore, some of these thug gang songs, you're gonna have a problem with me. And I'm not even like that. Man, I'm telling you, I'll be up. I'll be up. I'll be ready. Give me about 2 Coronas, give me some of that good music and all that ass. I'm up. I'm up. But I'm just a regular person though. But I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Man, just last week, man, I hadn't had me a Corona. I was up in the shake, and man, they had some, man, and I went to the DJ, said, what was that song? He didn't know. Man, they had some song they was talking about thugging, gang banging, standing on your shit. I'm sorry, it got to me, man. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know who that group was. I'll never hear it again, but man, that song, whoa, I can see why a lot of these shootings happen, man. I was up. They got me up, bro. That's young. No, he says young. It might be young boy. It might be. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I probably have to go on TikTok. I think if I go to a lot of the stripper pages, eventually I'll run across it. But I don't know who it was, man. And I don't even like rap. I'm telling you right now, I don't even like hip hop. This generation of hip hop now, Drake, I don't even like these people. So for me to actually find somebody right now who was doing something I like, and this song was banging. He had a lyric in there somewhere, let's talk about game. And then he would say something else. Yeah, all about the game. And I said, what the fuck? Who putting this shit out? And I waited and I went up to the DJ and he couldn't find it. I told the DJ, I'll give you $5, man. What was that last song? What was the song you played about 4 songs ago? Man, that man, when I told him $5, man, that DJ, man, that man became fucking Bill Gates on the computer. That nigga started flipping all them songs back. He said, man, I don't know. Look at it. Man, that man went in this computer, bro. And I appreciate his honesty. He didn't know. Thank you, sir. He just didn't know. And I could have got it. I just didn't. You get up when you hear it. You don't get up. You either get up when you hear it or you get up like the next song. You don't let 3, 4 songs get played. And a lot of times that's the only time you really listen to hip hop anyhow, when you're up in the clubs or you're up in the shake. And then you hear something, you be like, who is this? And people say, man, that's Young Boy. And you say, straight up? Okay. Okay. Or whoever this is, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that'll do it, man. Yeah, that hip hop, unfortunately, it'll do it. It'll do it, but especially as you guys gotta understand, especially if you got beef. If you got beef, man, and you in the streets and you out here blowing blunts, a lot of these niggas gay. You can't, you know what? The black community, you can't even have a conversation. Every other word is some type of gay shit. You out here blowing, man, man, did you hear what you just said? Man, you ain't say pause. You gotta say pause. Why do I have to say pause? If you out here smoking, you can't. YouTube has restrictions. You can't really say this stuff. Man, you gay. Anyhow, and to me, I swear, I'm gonna tell you this. When I see guys like that, I think they gay. When I see guys who got to say pause and they make a big deal doing a normal, I think that they hiding something. I really do. I really do. Yeah, you out there, that you gonna be hyped up, man. Not to mention the sisterhood. We know how they do it. So do we blame Pookie on the sisterhood? Is Pookie a sisterhood creation? Did black women create Pookie? Did they create him and cultivate him? Let me see. I'm gonna put the join link in there. That's my question. Did women, how about women? But we talking about this Pookie. Are black women responsible for Pookies? It's late night, man. It's our second night. Do me a favor, man. Like, share, support, man. If you haven't joined, support the platform, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're on our way to 11,000 subs. Support the platform, man. We're going to try to get 20,000 by the end of this year. Every little bit counts. I think we'll be able to do it. I think we'll be able to do it. Share this stream. If you can, share this stream, man. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter. Put it wherever you need to. Just put it wherever. Subscribe to the channel. What do we do with Pookie? Do we accept him? Do we accept him as being the dysfunctional person that he is? Do we succumb to him? Do we let him dictate to us what we can and we can't do? Do we live in fear? You can have Pookie in your house. You could be a man and your daughters, you raised two hood rats, troublemakers, bringing thugs into the house, stealing, hooked on drugs. You could be a man and your daughter's a hood rat. It can. It's happen. I know it happened. You guys know it happens. And we might do a stream. We haven't done it yet, but we might do a stream father to the hood rat. We might have to do it. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. Yeah, let's back away from that then. Okay. Let's back up off that. Okay. Let's back up off that. A lot of men, a lot of these brothers, see, we get on here and these brothers be a lot of these dudes thirsty anyhow. We get on these YouTube pages and a lot of these dudes thirsty. A lot of these dudes just want a woman. They'll come on a YouTube and trying to lay out a panel and they just want one of these women. And they raised their daughters are neglected and they raise the sexy reds. They raise sexy reds. They raise women like that. And then they walk around and pretend they don't know how it happened and all of that. Just lies. It's nothing but lies. And a lot of the women raise these pookies. They raise these thugs. And America, society, they look at people like this and they say, look at this. They look at this the same way you look at a car wreck. The same way you look at a train wreck. They look at a Kodak Black and a Charleston White. You guys, the social media, when you look at Twitch, when you look at that Adrian guy and that Dean or whatever that guy is, Dean the Great, they're car wrecks. They're train wrecks. They're nothing but train wrecks. And the reason I speak out against those guys is because I'm a black man. I'm very familiar with what a real player is. I know what a real player is. I know how they carry themselves. I know how I carry myself. I know exactly how I carry myself. That stuff they're doing, that ain't being a player. That's not how players operate. What's up with you, K-Rax?
Yeah, man. What's up with you, Plat? What's up with you?
What's up?
Yeah, bro. You wait first. First, that dude really he did, bro. 18 times, bro.
Did you look it up?
Nah, I'm about to. I'm about to
Go look
right
it
now.
up. Go look it up. It happened. I don't know if it happened today, but I saw it today. It happened like
Ah,
this week or something like that. You know what I mean? Guy deleted his girlfriend, 18 shots to the chest. See, that's personal too. When you think about it, that's personal. That's not defensive. That carried with it where you want to cause so much pain to this person. And a lot of these dudes, they come from these broken homes. They come from these meager beginnings, and they don't have relationships uh, with their families like that. And then they finally get in what they think is a loving relationship, and they get attached. And what's normal is the woman chooses when she wants to be with someone and she doesn't, and they can't process that.
yeah. Nah, I'm agreeing with you, Plat. I ain't like everything you done said so far. Um, hold up. What's the you know the dude name, Plat, or nah?
I know his name. Hold on. Here we go. All I got to
Yeah,
do, I'm going to Google right now. Watch this right here.
yeah. Just
Ma-
let me know the name.
Man, man shoots girlfriend 18 times. Watch this. Watch it come right up. Watch it come right up right here. June 10th.
It was
Oh,
June
no, no,
10th.
no, no. It's a woman. This woman shot her ex-husband 18 times. Look at that.
Oh
Says,
no,
yeah.
that is crazy.
And then right here, May 18th, a man did it. Uh, I got to go find that one, but I just said what popped up on my. It says Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth. Woman shot ex-husband 18 times.
Damn.
Yeah, man. You know, all of these relationships, people play with that, man. And they brag on it. But you better be careful out here with these women and men. You people better be careful breaking hearts and stuff because in some cases it comes with a penalty.
No bullshit. Like for real. Excuse my language, but not for real though. Like you can't be like that's one thing. Like that's why I keep. That's why I keep everything straight up. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how you get into all that crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to get hurt. I'm not about to hurt nobody. I ain't about to go to jail. Like I ain't about to go to nobody prison. Like it ain't none of that. Like nah. It's so yeah. I avoid situations that nah. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the whole time it probably be something that could have been avoided, but
No, no, no. They
nah.
just no. It's been proven that when people do this, a lot of these young people, I see it a lot. Man, I see it a lot. I see a lot of young dudes. I'm talking about 19,
Yeah,
18.
it be the younger, it be the younger dudes
Because
playing like,
they don't know how to deal with rejection, brother. The woman you got with the woman, you're a young boy. No telling how what age you probably wasn't even 18, and you
dang,
smash and then you get a baby by her, and
dang,
that's the most important thing to you. I'm talking about in the sense that, well, how about this? You finally have something you can control. How about that? And then that woman, right? Probably after maybe having your baby and being with you, she may just lose interest. And
right,
because you don't know how to deal with rejection, you're insecure, and you know you really don't have no future. And you also look at other men, and you know you are inferior. No, no, I'm being for real with you. You know, say, look at these other guys. Just like the dude who goes to work and say, I bet she's sleeping with that dude. Why? Thought the brother with the town. I bet she's sleeping with him. I don't even like him. Oh, you lying? She lying to me, man. I've been to her job, man. It's a dude out there. You got a nice tie, nice car. She's sleeping with
yeah,
him. She said, "Well, I don't even like him." No, you sleeping with. That's what I'm saying. So they have their insecurity, and then the woman tries to break away, and they pop the trunk, man. And that is the truth.
yo, nah, for real, nah, Platt, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Like, I hate insecure, like, I can't stand an insecure dude. Like, I can't, I really can't. Like, it's I didn't seen that shit too much. Excuse my language again. But I didn't seen it too much, Plat. Like I didn't seen insecure dude. I see it all the time. But it like it's like, bro, like you gotta know how to handle yourself. Like you can't you can't do the whole oh, who this? Where you going? Like you can't asking the 50 questions and always questioning shit. Like that's how you lose your girl. Like that's how she start smashing other dudes. Like you doing too much, bro. Like you feel me? If she gonna do something, she gonna do something. Like
Well, I'm not trying to say it's enjoyable. This guy who's finna do all this time, I couldn't. You know what? Let me come over here, right? Now go ahead. I'll find the exact story. I just a woman, June 10th, 2026. A woman, North Carolina, the ex-wife of the victim. She put 18 in somebody. That ain't what I was talking about. But some woman, she cooked him, bro. Sister too. I'm looking at it right now. Sister put 18 in a motherfucker. That she did a fake delivery. Wow. She showed up at his door like a pizza delivery and then put 18 in his ass.
damn, everybody letting know 18 shots. Everybody letting know 18 shots. They not playing. Niggas not playing. That's why I be trying to tell people, yo, like you
31.
can,
He was
you
31
can mess
years old.
you can mess with people if you want to. you gonna see the result. Like you feel me? Like that's why if I'm ever getting into like if I'm that's the thing, I'm grown now. It's like that all that fighting really for high school. Like if you fight
Mhm.
as a grown man now, it has to be, or at least for me, I'm gonna speak for me. It has to be a understanding. Like we both know we gonna fight. Like I'm not gonna risk all the bullshit because you want to play around. Like I got it. Like you get what I'm saying? Play like I'm
No,
not.
no. What you got to understand, K Rex, is a lot of these women they catch feelings too,
Yeah,
and you got to accept that. Um, you got to be careful stunting and flexing out. Like if you're a thug and you just don't care, I'm a thug, man. I don't give a fuck. I do my time. Send me down.
yeah, the
That's
street.
different. That's a different type of reality, right? But if you're a
Yeah,
regular dude, a working dude, and you just tired of the chick, you say, man, she ain't even my type. I don't even know why I smashed, but I was drinking. It was late, so I went ahead and tossed her up. We had fun, but she won't leave me alone, man. And now all of a sudden she talking about she my woman. I'm like, yo, will you just leave me alone? We had fun. Why you trying to make this shit something else? Well, motherfucker, you don't know me.
know me.
A- And no, no, they will do that. No, no. Here she is
I
right
know.
here.
I know. I know.
18, 18 shots to the chest.
She
Her.
looked like she did
She
that shit.
yeah.
She looked like she did
Fake,
that play.
she's a fake delivery driver right here. This woman, she pretended to be a pizza delivery guy, which probably is how she got close to him. And once she got close, she fired his ass up. Ex-husband. So clearly they had issues in the marriage where it spilt out. And now she's finna go and do her 30 years. Young blood, 31-year old. Look at that, man. She's 31 years old. She finna do about 40, 50 years over a man who had left her. But so as a man, you gotta be watching out, man. You gotta
Yeah,
be careful who you out here smashing on, man. These women gotta understand the game, man. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes. Some of these women they don't want to lose either.
you right. You right about that one. You right about that one. I can't even lie. Like it's they crazy out here, man. I mean they wild. They wild. You guys pick carefully. Pick carefully. That's why I'm big on a female that got a certain level of intellect. Cause I'm not dealing with the bullshit. Like I said, I'm not. Cause dudes, and then like the topic, like the topic. Um, that's the thing with street dudes. Like they just don't care. At the end of the day, they don't care. So like if they smashing a female, they catching feelings. They ready to pull out the Glock and do whatever. You feel me? They don't care. But yeah, like you said, if you're a regular man in society, you feel me, being productive, like yeah, man, don't let you can't let them ruin you. You can't let like, and that's the thing. Like, play. I had a homeboy like he was about to crash out. Like his his girl cheated on with cause my home like he a regular dude. You feel me? He don't, I mean he some shit like you feel me? But he don't do no wild shit. He not a street dude. So but he had his girl and long story short, yeah, she was gone and like that nigga. I had to talk, like I literally had to talk him down, cause I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah, he Yeah, he was about to do something to that brother. Like he was, but I told him it ain't worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. What you gonna get out of it? Out of it? What are you gonna get out of it? Like dude crashing out, but like, what are you gonna get out of it? At the end of the day,
Um, you're not thinking like that. You're basing your stuff on emotions, and your emotions are steering you in a certain kind of direction. So, yeah, it's not about that. It's just you're upset, and the way you deal with it is you lash out, and that's why it comes back to the way you was raised. Because it's a really if I date a woman right now for 2 weeks and she says, you know what, Platt, fuck you. I'm gonna go back to my ex. I'm gonna date somebody else. She don't break up with me. She just ghosts me.
right,
If I go on some, I'm gonna find you. What happens is that's entitlement.
right,
That's not love. That's my entitlement. I feel like I'm entitled to her. Why? Because I'm entitled to her. And other men, you ain't entitled to her. You ain't entitled to her. So that's what I mean. That's where you get into all that other stuff. You're not really thinking from a rational standpoint. And
nah, I
this
get
woman right here, this woman experienced entitlement, man. She felt that the brother, she felt the brother she was dealing with um, could didn't have the right to go and deal with other women and live his life. She's 31. She hit the wall. She's got tattoos. She probably looked at herself as she doesn't really have any, you know, play out here with men. Most men wouldn't notice her. So she turned around and she did some type of pizza delivery scheme. And she took this man, her ex, she took his life. And in the process, she put 18. That's personal. That's personal. That's some you supposed to stay with me forever. And I'm gonna show you that being with me means we gonna be together. You know, there's people out there like that, man. It's people out there night. I remember I pulled over to the side, man. I pulled over to the side of the street. This chick, she threatened me. I was in my car and we was driving. And to be honest with you, she was on all of that. I ain't got no boyfriend, and you know, I can do what I want to do, and I'm tired of you niggas trying to tell me what to do and stuff. That's what she was on when we first met. I told her
right.
it didn't matter to me. I said, okay. So we dated after about a month of dating, et cetera. You know, and just everything that goes with that. I pick her up. We're out driving, and she made something about how she seen on my Facebook I was with another woman. And I said, yeah, yeah. I said, do you know her? She said, no, but I saw that you post yourself. I said, yeah, yeah, I did. I said, she cool. I've been knowing her long before I know you. And she said, wait a minute. You don't know me. They give you the same old thing. And I knew what was going to happen. And she threatened my life. And then I pulled off to the side and said, wait a minute. Don't do that to me. Because I don't play with like that. I don't,
Not
that's a
for
big
real,
deal to me.
for
That
real.
means something. If you sitting up here threatening me, you may actually do it. You may try to send it to me like you playing, but you may really be thinking like that. And she pulled it back, but after that, I just left her alone. Yeah,
Nah, that's
I don't like being threatened. That's what I'm saying. A lot of guys got to understand. Once it happens to you, you'll see what I mean. But no, it was a total turn off. And yeah, you just don't like it. Like, what the fuck? You gonna do
yeah,
what to me? I didn't like it.
yeah, nah, yeah, nah, nah, nah. Nah, and that's what I'm saying. All that shit, nah, I ain't playing that. And then as men, like, we gonna be alert, or we like once we sense danger, you feel me? She started talking crazy. Yeah, it's like okay, we're gonna be in defense mode. So yeah, what you about to do now? Like, I'm not playing that. Like, I get you 100%, Clint. Like that ain't. That ain't cool at all. Like I don't get dude. And I'm not gonna lie, play. It be a lot of like of the younger dude, like you said, from like 19 to like I don't know, like at least 25. Like they be going through some crazy. I done heard some crazy stories, but like it like dudes the dudes be losing their mind about these chicks. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy. It's crazy.
Well, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't live on this planet. You can't white whatever you are. If you can't deal with rejection and disappointment, and I mean deal with it in a way where you can you stay productive, you're going to suffer anyhow because you're not a child. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman. You have to accept. You got to accept it and then learn from it. But you can't not have to deal with it.
Right.
This woman right here, her ex husband, okay, he lied and he cheated, and you wanted to be with him forever. You loved him like nobody else. Okay, you got to get out of your head. I'm gonna pretend to be a pizza delivery person, and when he opens up the door, I'm gonna blow his chest open. That's what I'm saying. You got to value your own life more than that. You got to look at yourself and say, well, you got to do 30 years, and see, she didn't do that, and that's what I'm saying. She did that. I got it. You wanted to get him back. You got him back. Now what? Well, I don't think I don't want to have to do 15 years in a prison, and then she's young. You already know that some older inmate, probably some 55, 56 year old woman on there who's cut all of her hair off. She's gay. She thinks she's a man. Is coming for her, and she gonna let her know. Listen, I'll protect you. I'll take care of you, but you got to do these things for me. And when she says I'm not gay and no, I'm not interested, that's when she'll unleash her flying monkeys to fuck with her, and she'll probably be driven crazy. I'm talking about, I'm just looking at her, she'll probably be driven crazy because she'll try to do her time. But the flying monkeys, they're gonna keep coming after her, man. And yeah, those people in there, those senior people, they control the jails.
What
They
you talking?
control all the jails and they do stuff like that.
Who you talking about? Specifically.
Huh?
I said, who are you talking about specifically? Like when you say the senior people.
I'm talking about inmates with maybe a life sentence, inmates who got 20 years to go, inmates
Oh,
doing that hard
oh,
time, that hard
oh,
time.
I get what you. Okay, okay.
They
No,
go in there
you.
and it meant it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to be um, a retraining, a reindoctrination. It's supposed to be like that. But
Yeah,
I'm saying her, I'm looking at her, she's 31. She has some value in a prison. In a prison, she got value. She's not fried from drugs, right? It put on some makeup. Somebody in that jail, one of those women in it, they'll take her. They'll take her by their side.
100%.
Yeah. So that's the danger that she's got to deal with now because whatever the dude did, or she's accusing the dude of, she responded the wrong way. And
Right.
I can tell you right now, she don't want to do no 20 years, man.
Hell no.
But she's gonna get sentenced.
Nah, don't know female. Yeah, that shit is different for female. They do not want to sit in jail, bro. They do not want to sit in jail. Like, they gotta be actually insane if they really, you feel me, like, going in jail like that.
Like the stream, man. Reach down there and hit the like. Support the platform, man. Hit the cash app, hit the super chat, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to figure this thing out. What are we to do with Pookie? What are we to do with him? I mean, like, what are we going to do with the Pookie? I mean, are we going to let him terrorize our communities? Are we going to accept and let him disrespect, and we got to wait in line, and we at the airport, and he's talking crazy. He ain't got his back, he ain't got his paperwork, and he doesn't, he's talking about he got a seat, and they say you don't have no ticket. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna stand in line and wait to him throw his fit, and you're a black person and he's black, and he starts telling you these folks is racist. He starts talking to you, and you look at him and say, I don't even know who you are, man. No, man, fuck that. These white racist. Fuck out. I got it. They won't let me on the plane. I'm supposed to have a ticket. And they said, you going what are we gonna do with Pookie? What are we gonna do?
Hey, Plat. I wanted to answer. I forgot because I was supposed to answer that question. Um, I'm not even. I can't lie. Like I really think. I mean, I'm gonna just put it like this, bro. I don't even gotta go into no detailed explanation for real. Like honestly, I think if you still on that street shit, you just. I mean, you just gonna get left behind. I mean, like if especially if you not on like no money shit. Like if you in the streets and you not and you not at least stacking your bread, yeah, you just gonna get left behind, bro. Like, cause that's the thing, Clay. Like, it's a new town. Like, we enter a new town, bro. The shit getting crazy. Like, stuff getting wild, and it's like if you don't realize what's going on, shit. I mean, people can get the most help in the world,
Uh,
but they don't want to take that. If they don't want to take advantage of that, it's like, what can you do?
we
Honestly,
got we got a beef going on in the chat box, man. We got the join link posted, man.
what's
I can't
going on?
pronounce her name. Annie Wani. Hit the link. We finna drop the link up here. Come on up. We love to hear what you got to say. She
Man,
said
I ain't
she's an Indian,
okay.
American Indian, and she's having some argument with another guy who claims he's American Indian. She's talking about the Cherokee. You know what? I would love for you to come up here and explain that to us, because I don't even know what that is. A nit sapi or something. I don't even know what that is.
That would
But
be a good conversation.
I don't know what that is, and I would hope she would take the time. We got the join link posted. Um, come up here. It's late night. It's early in the morning. Bring us up to speed. She says she's a Blackfeet. Okay. So is that like, are Indian tribes like gangs?
But
K-Rax. K-Rax.
they're not like gangs, but
How would you know, K-Rax?
because I've talked to an Indian before, I have enough knowledge to know they're not like gangs, but
Cherokee and no. What she's saying, I'm saying in the chat, they're saying that they are a certain tribe. So I'm saying, are they just like gangs? So if you're Apache and you see Cherokee, you don't fuck with Cherokee because they're not Apache.
I think it's like that. I'm not
Well,
100%
then that
sure.
would make them like tribes. I mean, like gangs, K-Rex.
No, but it's not on no like they about to turn this into a war zone type shit. Like it ain't like that.
In the
But
chat box, she is Anna, whatever. I can't. Anna
what's
the Wandi, she is.
let me look in the chat. Hold on, let me look in the chat. We are watching black people.
Hit the link. I put the StreamYard link. Come on up, man. You say
Damn,
black people trying to steal. Black people are trying to steal. Come on up. I got the join link posted. Come up. We'll take your thoughts. and let's figure it out. I want you to, because I want you to explain to me what you got with this brother, this guy in here that you've been going at. What's this guy's name? The smooth operator. He's been here before. So if you have the time, hit the link, come up and explain it. If you have the time.
He said she a white person posing. That's crazy.
$5 Indian. Anna, one day they say you're a $5 Indian. Is that true?
Nah, that's crazy, Black. That's crazy.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Nah, that's wild.
She bought her Indian, um, I don't know what citizenship, or I don't know what that is, Indian uh allegiance. She paid $5. Now she's an Indian. They say you're not a real Indian.
Okay, yeah, I don't know about all that. See, now I don't see.
That's a white. I think so too. No, no, I think that's a white person. Yeah. Why do they be doing it? Why do white people pretend to be Indians and black people? Why do they do that?
But what's the purpose? Like, what do you get out of that though? Like, I don't see what you get out of that from. If you really lying about it, like I don't. What's like?
And see, when you talk about black people, I do not in any kind of way co-sign what this black woman did to her ex-husband. I don't. But you see the difference when a black woman, you see how they really about that life? They not bullshitting. They really about that life. They'll put you down. They really her man, her man found out she really about that life. And you in the chat box or one that they saying you ain't nothing but a white person pretending to be an Indian. You're not about the life. That's what I'm saying. You're just not about that life. You're afraid. You won't come up. We said they go to link where you come up and express yourself. You live in fear. And if you live in fear, ain't nothing tough about you. Nothing. You live in fear. And the avatar is probably a white person. If it was a real Indian, they probably would come up here. I've dealt with them. Like you dealt with them, right, K Rex?
You said a real Indian?
Yeah, a Native
Yeah,
American.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I've had conversations with them, and they've told me about like their culture and where they've came from and everything like that. So I mean, yeah.
That's why I think he's right. She's a white person trolling, hiding behind a fake account. Because if she was a real Indian, like she claiming, talking about she black feet, she would have
Right.
said something. But she ain't said shit. She hiding in
Oh,
the chat box. So that's what Indians are doing in 2026. They used to go to war, go after the forked tongue white man who speaks out of both sides of his mouth. They used to be tough guys. Indians, now in 2026, they hide in the chat box. I got you. That would look like.
crazy.
Like the stream, man. Support the platform. Here we go. We got the join link. Post it, man. We'll take your thoughts. It's late night, man. We've been going. We're going to keep going, man. You can join. She said something about Cherokees. Yes, that's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? Cherokees are, look at this shit. She just disrespectful too. Cherokees are the most fakest tribe out here, filled with fake ass Indians. I don't know. I can't pronounce that. Kumo are nothing but slaves and white people. She in here, she talk the talk, but she don't walk the walk. You don't really show, you don't show and prove. And she was in here talking about black people. Hey, babe, you won't even show and prove. Talking about black folks, you scared. Black people got your ass scared. We know you ain't shit. You scared.
She ain't come up here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We know you scared. You over here running your mouth. You ain't talking about shit. We gonna take your shit. And we're gonna
Yeah,
dare you to say something. Yeah,
yeah.
run your ass off to the chat box. You ain't gonna
Let
do
her know.
nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She in the chat box talking shit, but when it come down to it, she run off.
Just playing games.
Mm-hmm. Fuck out of here.
Like,
She
what
ain't got
you-
no Wi-Fi. Somebody said she ain't got no Wi-Fi on that reservation.
yo, nah, that on the reservation is wild. Damn,
That's fucked up, bro. I thought she was a real one.
thought she was a real one,
I
man.
thought she was. That dude called her out. Shout out to you, smooth operator. Operator's an Indian. He called her out. He said, "Get your ass up out of here." See,
She
that's what I'm
better
saying. You
pull
don't
up.
know who you talking to in the chat box. And she came here talking about she an Indian and she tired of black people. And he called her ass out. Now she done took her $5 ass off, then ran off.
Yeah, she better pull up her. What's it called? That myancestry.com shit.
That was,
She better get that. You know that thing where you go and check your lineage and it tell you like 3%,
uh, woo! You hear that?
like
You
three
hear that?
percent.
What's her
That's what
name?
she.
Anande. That's a Anande. He said you need to go to ancestry.com and check your shits. Cause you ain't no Indian.
And
Fuck out of here.
if
You
it come back,
Italian. You
if it
Italian.
come
You been Italian. Look right here talking about she a Indian. Ain't no motherfucking Indian.
back, French the part, bro. Nah, it if it come back 1%, like don't even tell us. Like don't like for real. Like that don't even count. Yeah, no. That's probably what she did. She probably like
So messed up.
1% Indian.
No. K Rex, that shit's so messed up. Like you on the internet on a random page talking about you an Indian, you get discovered you ain't an Indian, you run your ass off somewhere. I don't know what to say about us, man. It's so sad. Like, why you claim to be some shit you not then? Disrespecting them people you not know. Indian, I got nothing but love for Indians. They fight. They're fighters. They're warriors. And I get this woman in my chat box claiming that she get your ass out of here. Somebody in the
Oh,
chat said, go shove your feathers. You see what I'm saying?
they
Disrespect.
tripping. They tripping, man. Damn, where everybody? I'm surprised the bar ain't on here tonight.
I have no idea what Tabar is doing.
I,
Tubar.
I,
Tobor. Tubar.
I know, man. I be struggling saying that man name. I don't know why.
Tubor. Yeah, he's a lot to deal with, K Rex.
No, cause not for real. Like every stream, he be on every
Well, no, he's
stream.
welcome just like you are. He's welcome up here.
Oh no, yeah. It ain't no issue. I'm just saying. I be tuning in. I be tuning
Mm.
in. He be on there too.
Hold on. Trinity say I'm Cherokee and Choctaw. I refuse to live on the res because we natives still haven't figured out how to settle our lands, even though we get reparations, but most are good at staying drunk. Wow. Gotta get off that liquor, man. You're right, Trinity. And the genetic breakdown of an Indian, alcohol is his kryptonite. And the white man bought you fire water. He bought you fire water. And that shit destroyed y'all. And if you think he didn't know what he was doing, you dreaming. The white man, he came looking for your weakness, and he found one. You can't handle your alcohol. The white man gonna come to you with an assortment of drugs. White man gonna bring you white women and drugs. And he said it's gonna break that Negro, he gonna break this Indian spirit. And I hate to say it, he's right. A lot of these black dudes, once they get their first piece of white pussy, they fold. They melt like butter.
Oh my God, Plat. Don't get me started. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not mad. They get to acting crazy, Plat. You already know. You they get to acting different. Like it's like damn, like you a whole nother person now. I don't even recognize.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we see out here. They get their first shot and they crumble. And Native Americans, look, I've seen the battle at Wounded Knee. I've seen what the Trail of Tears, and it was terrible. They were eating rats. It was terrible. They were
Eating rat.
starving. They were starving. Yeah, they were starving.
What the
The Trail
hell?
of Tears, you know about the Trail of Tears, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. They were starving, so they ate whatever they could find. They ate rats, field rat, mice and shit to survive. And I have to admit though, firewater, that was their kryptonite, and the white supremacist was able to get them by giving them those drugs.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, how they got us. But see,
I
we always been screwed though. I mean, we been screwed from the jump.
couldn't put down that pipe. There you go. You know, there's a chief. It's out. It's in the Smithsonian. There's a chief, and
Yeah.
the white supremacists came up to him and tried to get him to go to a reservation, give up the land, and go to a reservation. And he
Hmm.
told the white supremacists, he said, first of all, the air belongs to the birds, the ground belongs to everybody, the ocean belongs to the fish. He said, I am in no position to sell something that doesn't belong to me. You telling me give you land. He said, nobody owns this land. The buffalo roams these land. I
He
live on,
was.
we live on this land. Other tribes live on this land. We don't own, nobody owns the land. The white supremacists came with him with all that capitalism. Well, we mapped out that you own this amount of territory. And if you're willing to give up this amount of territory, we'll put you on a reservation. And he said, well, how can I sell something I don't own? He said, do you own the air? Can you sell the sky? No, no, no. It's in the Smithsonian, man. One of those chiefs, man, great
Yeah.
chief who resisted what they were trying to put him on reservation. And he said part of living as an Indian is hunting the buffalo. He said, we are Indians. We hunt. We are warriors. We are not people who live on the reservations and wait for you to bring us flour and flour and corn. That would mean we're not Indians. My warriors can no longer ride their horses. They can't be a warrior. We wait every month for you to give us something to eat. Yeah, they no. This guy, he was against that. He said, I would rather fight you and die in battle than go to a reservation. So he turned them down, man. He turned them down.
Yeah, that was a good choice. That was a good choice.
So they stabbed the natives in the back. Yep. Iroquois. Do you know they all had their own language? A lot of people. And when you talk about the Native Americans, they all spoke their own language. If you was Cherokee, you spoke Cherokee. If you was
Yeah,
if you was Seminole, you spoke Seminole. And when they got rid of all those nations of Indians, they destroyed those languages.
yeah, Plant, you not lying. You not lying. Like a lot of those languages got lost over the years, and as time went on, it's like you when you have the last remaining like tribe or the last couple left, it's like they only gonna be able to pass it on to like they they let's say it's just like the grandma, the mom, and then like they got like a son left. Like it's only going to be able to be passed on by them. And that when something happened, that's it. Like so, yeah. So yeah, they've lost all of that over time, and it's like it's crazy to think about. Honestly, it's crazy to think about.
Hmm. That's the truth, man. Yeah, in American Indian, man. I did some research on them years ago, and they got screwed over, bro. Absolutely screwed over. And they had whatever reasons their biological makeup has a for some reason they're very susceptible to alcohol, and the white supremacists took advantage of that. And a lot of times he would bribe the king, he would bribe the chief. That was the thing. He would get the chief with women and drugs. So even though the people had something they believed in, they could get that chief. And then the white woman, he would give him some white pussy and give them some liquor, and that chief would be signing anything he could, turning his people over.
Yep.
And every now and then he would run into one who wouldn't accept it. And that's what we're gonna do with Pookie. Let me tell you something, K Rex. The white supremacist white pussy is like a nuclear missile. He'll use that against you, brother.
Oh
He's
yeah,
weaponized that.
you gotta be careful. That's what. Yeah, you gotta be careful now. Like
Hmm. When you see a lot
especially
of them football players, you see a lot of these NBA players, when you see a lot of these contracts and deals, a lot of times the black man compromises for white box. When he sees that white box, he says yes. He signs that contract. I'll take it. And the American
yeah,
Indian did it too. He did it too. American Indian did it too. The American Indian did it too. He compromised himself for drugs and women. And we need a person like you look at a Barack Obama. We need a Dr. King, and even that they say Dr. King was smashing, but let's forget that. We need a leader who can control himself so that he's not weak for drugs or weak for women.
I'm about to say you talking about the shit. You need to bring back. We need Farrakhan out here. Something like I don't know. Malcolm. Oh, we need somebody because I don't have yo no. But that's the thing. It's no more. It's no more black leaders. Like all it is now. Play when you look and really see shit for what it is. It's just black entertainers. Like it ain't no black. Like it ain't no real black leaders out here for real. Like niggas looking up the young boy. Like that's the point we at now. Like and it's sad. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Like
Niggas looking up to NBA young boy.
Mm-mm-mm.
He says the enzyme that prevents alcohol from being digested goes straight into our blood and we can tolerate a lot. I quit drinking 10.5 years ago and was drinking over a gallon. Shout out to you, Trinity.
Damn.
Shout out to you. No, no,
Yeah,
that ain't nothing, man. If you got that tolerance, I'm glad you recognized you had a problem and you sought the help you needed. A
honestly,
gallon of vodka a day.
shit.
And you know what? I'm noticing a lot. It's always with brothers, it's always tequila. It'd be like, yo, bro, you so what you fucked up? They be like they be hooked on tequila. Or they be hooked on like vodka. Like you say, so when you just drink, like you hooked on beers and stuff, liquor, nah. It'd be a particular type and they can't get off it. They can't. Like vodka is nasty, man. Vodka. You got gin, you got vodka, bro. They are not. They don't
Well, if
taste.
you
They don't
talk
taste the same, and they don't affect you the same. Vodka. I
especially
wish I
you talk,
would drink some vodka. Huh? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I about to say yeah, especially you talking about just straight vodka, like yeah, that shit is oh my yeah, that shit is awful. Like it gets you
Vodka is
drunk.
nasty, man. No, I'm just saying if you say gin, right? You had a shot of gin, and then you say, "Give me a shot of vodka." You'll see what I'm saying. Vodka is it. Not only it's just nasty.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I get it. I 100% agree. Like yeah, I don't mess with vodka either. Like it gotta be a specific kind. It gotta be mixed. Like I can't do the vodka. Like, I can't. I just yeah, I get it. I get it. That shit is not.
Tequila, I don't even know how people can drink tequila. I'm serious.
I
I don't give a fuck about getting the premium brands and tequila. That shit tastes like gas. It's like a hard wood aftertaste. It's like burnt wood. Like no, you know what I'm saying. When you drink your tequila, it's got that little as it goes down, it's got that back taste. It tastes like burnt wood. I'm like, ugh, man, get this shit away from me. I don't fuck with tequila.
yeah, I think I could tolerate it. Yeah, I don't like it either. Though. I mean, hey, okay, wait, ain't what's that shit called? What's it? Ain't Fireball mixed with tequila?
They may have a Fireball tequila, but Fireball is it's just like a mixer.
Oh yeah, you right, you right, you
Yeah,
right. Cause I
Fireball.
ain't
They got Fireball whiskey, but Fireball is just what cinnamon and something else. I don't know what it is. It's a cinnamon taste with something else, and then they add that to the original drink, right? So you say a Fireball tequila. It's a liqueur. Thank you, sir. Fireball is a liqueur.
yeah. They right, they right.
Man, we're gonna go back in the day. What liqueur? I can't even remember it. I had some. That's when I was doing my Hennessy. I had that liqueur. I don't even know the name of it. It was in the same. It was like a nice bottle. Hen had me on one though, bro.
Yeah, that Henny,
The
that
Henny.
shit, that shit to do it to you, play. I ain't gonna lie, that Henny, I don't fuck with. That's the only drink I do not like. Well, not the only, but it's one of the only. I really don't let. I don't play with the Henny. I take a couple shots, few shots. Like, you feel me? I take my shots. Yeah, I'm not going overboard. Yeah, that Henny ain't shit to play with. Yeah.
Henny was cool. I'm thinking about you talking about my youth, man. Henny, Hennessy. We had this one guy. We used to go to this club, right? And he was a bartender. and you could
Yeah.
go up and order a drink. Like you said, give me a Long Island iced tea.
Right.
Well, the price was whatever, right? Say the price. Let's go with price was $15.
Hmm.
You tip him $2, right? He'll take care of you. Like he'll add a little bit. He won't add a whole lot of liquor. He'll add a little bit of liquor.
I see what
But
you're
if you,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, but if you went up to him and you say, "Give me you used to say Strong Island." He said, "You want a strong one?" He said, "You want a Strong Island?" He said, "Okay." Now it was the price. The price was like 15. He would say, "Give me 25." He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "You give me 25. Don't worry about it." Now this had nothing to do with the club, right? So he would pour you nothing but a big old bottle of alcohol with with,
Hmm.
with a little bit of flavoring, right? And yeah, so he would take care of you for a little bit. But he used to do Hennessy too, man. I used to go up to him and say, "Give me a Hennessy, man." He said, "What you want?" I said, "I want what this give me." I throw him a 25. Man, that man used to fill the tip of the cup with straight Hennessy. So like it wasn't a shot, it must have been 5 shots. Five,
Damn.
and he was cool too, man. I used to go back up to the bar. I used to hang out with him, talk to him. Um, yeah, man. Nah, he was picking up women in there. He'd be like, "Yo, you go over to his house." It'd be a chick that he met in the club up in his house, right with him. You talk to him, and he said, "Look, man, I'll take care of you, but you guys got to pay me." He used to always say that. He said, "If you don't pay me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you what you pay for." But he said, "Yeah, you tip me. You tip me." He said, "I'll take care of you. Don't worry about it." He said, and the white man who owned it, he said, "I'll handle the white man." He used to say that. He said, he said, "I'll handle the white man. Don't worry about it." He said, "But if you
Yeah.
don't tip me, I'm gonna give you what he tell us to give, right?" And man, that man used to give me some Henny. Man, that man gave me so much Henny, man. Back in the day when I drank it, I don't drink Henny.
He said you don't drink any
I don't drink Henny now, and I used to be a Scotch drinker.
scotch. Now scotch cool. Scotch cool.
No, I used to be with Johnny Walker Red, and that ain't even Scotch though. That's a
Yeah,
blended
but
Scotch,
I
huh?
don't think would that be considered scotch?
It's not Scotch. If you're a Scotch drinker, no. But if you're
Yeah,
trying to
that.
drink something, Johnny Walker Red is just it's the residue that falls off when they make Scotch.
But see,
They
I
pack.
never had that. I
Mhm.
never had that Johnny Walker. I never had that.
All right, I like it. No, no, I know a guy who was a hardcore Scotch drinker, and he was telling me about actual Scotch, right? Like if you really want a real Scotch, buy this, buy that. But on look, I'm fine. Johnny, me and Johnny, we cool. We ain't talked in a minute, but me and Johnny Walker, we Gucci, bro. Johnny, I left Hennessy and went to Johnny. Johnny cooler than a motherfucker. I like Johnny Walker Red. And I also like that black people don't carry that. I like when I go to a club, when I go to a black club and I say, "Give me a scotch," and they be looking at you like you crazy. They say, "Give me a
Yeah.
scotch." They said, "We don't carry scotch here." And I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because nobody want to buy." He said, "Nobody want no damn scotch. Who the fuck you? Who you supposed to be, George fucking Jefferson?" He said, "We ain't got no goddamn scotch here."
No, not for real though, but for real. Oh man,
I like scotch, man. I like some Johnny Walker.
I'm not the biggest fan of Scotch, but it's cool. It's cool. I could deal with it.
But I do what Mad Dog. I do it all, man. There's a store up here of super low food. They got everything Mad Dog made. Give me wine. Mad Dog straight. Give me some Mad Dog. It just comes down to you, man. Me, it's not even a big deal to me. I don't fuck with Hennessy though. I'm done with Hennessy. I'm
And
done. I mean, like I get it. People like it. And when you're dating women, you need to have it. You have you some Hennessy right there. You got a little bar. You got maybe 15 bottles. One of them is Hennessy. I get that part, but I don't fuck with Hennessy. Give me some Makers. Give me some Johnny Walker Red. Give me the Hennessy. Give me some Seagrams. Give me some Patrol. And I'm buying a lot of that. I'm buying for show too. Big
But see,
bottle of Patrol. I'm buying the silver Patrol too. That's about 150. Like this trade, man. Support the platform so I can get my bar filled up, man. Hit me with a cash app. Hit me with a super chat. It's late night, but help me out, man. Yeah, I don't like tequila. I don't like the way it tastes.
no, I get it. I mean, it depends on what you get, but yeah, I get it. Yeah, it can be nasty.
I know a dude. He was a drinker, and he ran into tequila, and that ruined his life, man. He couldn't get off of that stuff.
Yo, bro, alcoholics, they some crazy people. I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro, I'm talking about they don't be caring, yo. Like, they will fall asleep in the middle. Oh, bro, Platt, oh my God, I will never ever forget this. Bro, I'm talking about I'm with my homie. I'm like I ain't realize he was that drunk for real. I'm like, nigga, I wouldn't even got this car like he in the middle of the road. Like, okay, we not on no highway or
Yeah, I ain't
nothing.
gonna
Like,
drink. I'm not gonna. If I know you're an alcoholic, I'm not riding with you. And that's from a. I had a I had a person I grew up with in the neighborhood. My friend, when he turned 18, he got in the car with a guy who was drunk, and that guy plowed into somebody, and he went through the window. He died. The other guy died. And yeah, so no, I ain't gonna do that.
That's messed up.
yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yo, yo,
Yeah,
yo,
that's true.
What's up with you,
That's
Hutch?
man, chilling, man. I was listening to y'all earlier, man. I came back in. Y'all started talking about liquor, so I hopped up on here.
yeah,
Man,
that's
back in the
that,
day, dude, it was crazy. Like when I was like, man, actually, man, I had a whole problem. Shit, it's damn near you could say I was on the pookie path. Like when I was a shorty, I had
Hmm.
to had to get up out of there. Um, from like the crew we used to hang with, like starting in like seventh, eighth, like I would say eighth grade, we was hanging with, the kids that could drive that was in high school. And, we from the Chicagoland area, so, you could always go up to liquor store and then like you get the old dude that's outside, hit him with like a little fin or something, like hit him with a 5 piece, but like, hey, go ahead and buy us this. You get the the
Hmm.
the, the 40s of OE, get you that. Back in the day, it was like what you get you that crooked eye, the Saint Ides,
Hmm.
man. And mothers was straight up thought they was boys in the hood, with 40s and blunts and all that kind of stuff going on back in the day. Man, it was crazy. And I was like, where the heck were our parents at, man? Like, how are we out here like this? Man, Gen X, man. Dog, I don't know if anybody loved us, dog. It was reckless. So that whole Pookie like situation, it just kind of bled over, man. It was rampant out there, man. Like there was nobody watching the children, man.
Well, unfortunately for me, That wasn't my life and my existence. Fortunately,
Mm-hmm.
I love my parents and I thank my parents that
Mm-hmm.
that type of stuff. Oh, bro, they didn't play well, my let me say something. My parents were very violent and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't play, brother. So if you talking about a blunt, if they even heard that I was smoking a blunt, that would have been an ass beating. That
Mm.
But
would have
see,
been wake up the neighborhood ass beating. That ain't play, bro.
the
That's good,
Beto,
man.
how I used to be though, plat like that's what I'm saying. You talking about your parents or they your parents like yeah they wasn't playing that shit, bro. Like you wasn't just doing whatever you wanted to do. Like you, it was rules. It was regulations. Like you had to do what like you had to do what they said. You feel me? Like you ain't had no choices for real. Like you had to.
We
It was.
we
Oh, go
we,
ahead.
we knew the thugs growing up. We knew the people who were malcontents and lowlifes and dirtbag. We knew those guys. So what I'm saying is, as you grew into adulthood, you could amend yourself so that you didn't wind up like them. But we saw those guys. We saw the criminals. We saw the thugs. We saw the guys with the fancy cars. Just criminals, and they were adults and they were criminals. But I mean, there was one dude. He's walking. He's well. I'm not gonna get it. Anyhow. We were warned and we were told, and some of us listened. I listened. My family warned me about if you decide to go like them. And I listened, man, and I chose not to. And all
Yeah.
them dudes are dead now. And what I mean by that, all them dudes died before their time. They didn't die because of natural causes. All them dudes are dead because of other men. In many cases, the men they hung out with, they quote unquote boys.
Yep. Oh, for sure. And so, I mean, it's crazy. We start talking about like hood stories. Like, now, I was never like on the hardcore end spectrum. I was around a lot of it. Um, you know, it, like there's levels to to thuggery. so, when it comes down to it, like I've seen a lot of stuff happen, man. I know a lot of people that got shot and some people got killed. I mean, deleted. I'm sorry, and there were some people that end up in jail, and but there's others on the other side that came from that same lifestyle that actually end up being really decent people, man. And the way they raise their kids is completely different from how they grew up. I mean, completely. And one of the things that I thought was like the craziest thing was when you were like, I would say between like 13 through like 18, maybe even up to 25. Um, there's always the older ones that can kind of linger off and they still in that lifestyle. But once mothers start getting, into real adulthood where they had to take care of responsibilities and start having families and stuff, the people that were like beefing with each other, man, they actually ended up being cool with each other. It was like, like 10 years ago, y'all would have deleted each other. But now y'all y'all like besties is like they went through a trauma phase together and they from kind of they from the same hood on opposite territories, but they just like kind of get along. And I've seen a lot of that stuff from mothers that I went to high school with, and in the surrounding high schools, they actually ended up being cool. And I'm just like, man, I remember back in the day, man, like that would have never happened. It's just such an odd existence, man, when you start seeing stuff like that. And the hood is just it's weird. And I didn't really grow up in the hood. Um, like we was actually in the burbs, but it's like all the people from the hood, like the projects were kind of like being shut down, and they were shipping a lot of the people back like out to the suburbs.
I get
Um,
what you saying. I get exactly what you saying because it kind of was like that at a certain point when I was younger where I'm from. So I get exactly what you're saying.
yeah, Yeah. So man, it's just like when you look back at it though, you like, man, what was going on, man? Like how come a lot of this stuff was happening, man? I mean, when I straight up, well, there was people that I was cool with that just happened to be with, another affiliate. They just grew up on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? And they was cool with the dudes on the other side of town, so they was affiliated with what was going on over there. And you got the dudes on your side of town that's affiliated with what's going on. And you might be cool with somebody else over there. And then you find out, dude, then plug the other dude on the other side of town. You're like, dang, man, two of my homies just plugging each other. Like, what's going on, man? And it was over nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like some colors, somebody else's territory, some idea, some concept, something that didn't even matter. You know, man, it was jacked up back in the day. I mean, I'm sure it's still stuff like that going on. Obviously, there is street violence going on, but a lot of it is, I think, hopefully we're more aware about what's happening and we get out of that mindset of that, what's that? Get out of the little Dirk mindset of, you know, doing stuff that's getting your homies deleted. You know what I'm saying? Just because we from over here, you from over there. This stuff is so ridiculous. This whole Pookie mindset is like, like, man, Pookie's on. I mean, hopefully he grow up, at some point, and we can start raising our children. Well, if he knows who his children are, um, to not mimic the same lifestyle that we came from. So you could have some nice, young, respectable young men. Because a lot of us, especially mugs in the hood, man, you'd be surprised, man. There was some real intelligent brothers that was out here gang banging.
Yep.
You, I mean, really intelligent. Like, I mean, I knew many of these dudes was like on honor roll in school, but they carrying the switch. You know what I'm saying? They on the corner, doc. They on
But
the
you got
corner,
you living
selling
that life.
bags.
If you living that life, you gotta be smart. Like that's the thing. That's the whole thing about it. You gotta be witty. You gotta be like you gotta have all that knowledge. You to move around, be aware, be alert. You feel me? Really know what you doing. Look who you talking to. Watch your back. Like yeah, you living that life. It's a lot that come with it. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, man. Dude. Like, I mean, shoot, you end up losing too many homies to like dumb stuff, man. That was like, smart individuals. Um, and man, there's a whole bunch of different situations that I didn't heard and seen, and it's craziness, man. Craziness. And I'm talking about like just in the suburbs. I ain't even gonna go into what you see into like the inner city of Chicago. That's even that's a whole it gets way more people. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, it was a thing back in the day, man. So I'm glad
Yeah,
glad we survived it, man. I got some brothers that came out of it. I'm one of them. Got some college education. You know, um, went on the legal route, but man,
Mm-hmm.
but but I will tell you though, the way our society works and just looks at black folks as a whole, they not really making it very they're not incentivizing, being a productive black person, man. You
They're
know what I'm
not.
saying?
They're not.
So
How
I
much
mean,
is it? How much of this is black women?
how much of what?
How much of this is black women?
You know
As,
what, man?
as far as like you said, incentivizing the positive black guy. You look at the Pookie. He's a black woman creation.
Mm.
How much of this is their fault?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could really. I don't know if I'd be willing to throw the plight of the black man on the black woman, dude. I mean, I really, I don't know if I could really throw that on their back. And here's the reason why is that
They created Pookie though, Hutch.
yeah, I get that. I
You
get
agree?
like
You agree with that?
I get when you have children
Yeah, I
and
agree.
how
You agree the black woman creates Pookie?
um they don't create them in a vacuum, bro. Because somebody had to make a Pookie, like had to bust in a black woman to make a Pookie, dog.
No, no,
So
no. They raise them. They create Pookie.
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, bro. But we can't eliminate the fact that somebody actually went ahead and was reckless with what they see and put that child in that woman. So we can't just put it solely on the sisters though. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say they reckless with they coochie. They be throwing it out there to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But man, before that was that current Pookie that they raising, there was somebody else that came before 'em. You know what I'm saying? So at what point do we say that men are anywhere involved in this whole thing? You know what I'm saying? Like we can't be perfect as a man. You can't be a victim, perpetual victim of somebody else that came. You know what I'm saying? Because we just put it solely on the black woman, then what are we saying? We're just victims of you know of women. like 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 there's no men involved in the whole creation of this whole progress.
No, actually, there is no man involved in the creation of Pookie. Pookie is a black single female creation. When they have these kids by themselves, they normally create Pookies.
But they can't have kids by themselves, bro.
They can't. That's how they have. A woman
No,
has a kid by herself.
no,
No, no, no, no. That's
she.
not having a kid. A woman is having sex. Then
Yes.
the kid, she has that by herself if she's
Okay.
not married.
I get it. I get that. So
You
so
try to, you know what, and Hutch, you trying your best to try to shoehorn black people, I mean black men into this. This ain't got nothing to
no.
do with black men. Black women create Pookie. It's really their fault. They're the one who gas his head up. They're the one who make him into what he is.
Hey, I'm saying, man. All right, maybe this is difficult for me because I actually have children, right? So if
You have
I
any
have a
Pookies?
seed, if I have a seed out here, if I create a seed,
Do you
then
have any Pookies?
no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Now, if I created a child, man, like I'm having some responsibility in that, in terms of who I decided to lay down with and put my seed into. So if I go ahead and sleep with a trifling ass, trollop ass chick, you know what I'm saying? I bust all off in her, and she has a kid, and she don't want nothing to do with me, or I can't get along with her, and then she goes ahead and raise that seed. Why did I put that in there?
You're right there. Come down to you. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's I'm like I can't just solely put it on her. I have to take some responsibility. So if I had a kid and he comes out and you know, ends up being like a young thug or a Kodak Black, without the money, without the rap deal, then I'm like, that's still my son. I still created that little heathen, even if I didn't have
Mm.
no input in him. But I didn't have
Mhm.
to create that. So it ain't solely just that woman. I had to take some responsibility for that.
I follow you, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, so and that's the whole thing. And if men want to be the leaders of their community, and they want women to follow, we have to enact some discipline in our behaviors and our actions. We can't go out here and just be slawing out chicks and making babies and bouncing and talking about the community jacked up. And we're jacking up the community. You know what I'm saying?
Are
If we're
you right?
doing it, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that one.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? And then if we're gonna put it sole on a woman, then like who's the leader? Then we saying the women are the leader. And I do get an idea that the way our society is kind of set up right now, it is fairly matriarchal in terms of like who tends to be in control or who has like the influence on society as a whole. I'm not gonna say they have the power, but they do have a huge influence. Whatever they say, people like the um the men in power tend to listen to whatever the women are saying and act accordingly, which is insane to me. And until the whole way it works is just weird. You know what I'm saying? Um, but um, but at some point, if we want to take control and organize our community, then as men, we have to move differently. We have to interact with our women differently. We have to um, you know, get to a point where we have more discipline in our behaviors and what we're doing. And right now, I would say the way black men are moving, we are so controlled by our libido and our desire to, just get off. You know what I'm saying? That we'll do like dudes are doing anything for these. I mean, some of the triflingest of chicks, where they're giving them way too much control because they so control men are so controlled by the box, dude. It's insane to me, you know. So and it's so bad, and I think that's another source that goes into a whole another thing of where the guys are so concerned about the box and so fixated on it that they willing to go ahead and take their money and travel all over the world just to get more box. So it's the weirdest is the weirdest thing. So now they're gonna end up making pookies of other societies because they have no interest. A lot of guys have no interest in actually building anything that's beyond themselves. It's a very um superficial selfish mindset. Then we turn around and complain about the plight of the black community. We have no organization in our community. We have no structure in our community. We have no collective identity in our community. The only thing that we have that tends to be in common is that how we are perceived by people that are not of our race, but our own identity is so fractured that if you look at other cultures, um, the way they organize and the way they move, it's completely different than what we do. It's like we're so reactive. You know what I'm saying? Like in organizations that were once designed to help move the plight forward, they no longer serve us. Like we're talking about like one time we're talking about the NAACP. When's the last time they've been relevant? Like I haven't heard anything from this group. It's like they're like a club for a certain subsection of Black Americans that are kind of elitist. They only serve their own group. Um, HBCUs are now like a kind of like a fraternal, you know, type thing. Like, oh yeah, I went to HBCU. It's kind of like like a cool thing to do amongst people in the hood. But how are they really impacting our society as a whole for Black people? Like, I couldn't tell you. Like all these particular things that were once institutions that were designed to move us forward are now they're just symbolic. They're not really impactful as they used to be. So we have to make some changes in terms of like what we're doing as a whole, as if we want to be considered a community, want to be considered a group that is looking to move our children's future forward. We're going to have to organize better, and the only thing I see organized around Black folks is that the closest thing you can see is probably like a Nation of Islam, but even that group, which I'm not advocating for anybody to go to any particular religious group, even that group is no longer as impactful as it used to be. So I don't know, man. We got a lot of work to do. it's it's a we came a long way from the founding of this country to current day, but if we want to get to a place where we're considered anywhere um on equal playing field with other Americans,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have to take it to another level. And it's not necessarily going to be a violent thing. It's going to have to be a
Well, I can tell
cooperation
you it
thing.
won't be that. So
No, it can't be. I mean,
yeah,
these people that
we
call
don't
for that
I
is
have
ridiculous.
numbers like you. That you need the numbers. You need so much to do something like that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't advocate for that anyway. But it has to be a coordinated, organized, um, collective identity where we have some actual rules of engagement of how we deal with each other and how we act in our communities and how we organize and structure ourselves. We're going to have to go back to that level because the integration program, it didn't work for us. Like King's vision didn't work for us because when we integrated, what it did was it separated us from each other, and now we look at each other as if I'm better than you. Like, oh, y'all just niggas over here, but
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm over here on this side. You
Uh,
know what I'm saying? That that
yeah.
that that's what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? But the greater society is looking at us all like, oh, you just a uppity nigga, and you is a poor nigga,
Mhm.
and then you just a high yellow nigga, you's a dark nigga, but
Yeah,
y'all
it don't
all
matter.
niggas.
No, the white community. That see that skin stuff that
Yeah,
don't fly with them. They don't look at each other like that, and they don't
no.
look at people who come into their community as any kind of way. Like I'm saying, you black, but if you
Mhm.
mixed, you black. Only
Right.
Negroes make a big deal about mixed women. That's coming from the Negro.
Yep.
He he
Yep.
he, he contradicts himself, and he shows his inferiority with his obsession with red bones. And he ain't even getting them like that.
That it comes down to like I was saying, man. It's like you look at it, they thinking this is better than that. And I think a lot of that came down to that whole idea, that whole concept that we had that, hey, if I could just be integrated and accepted, then I ain't like the rest of y'all. So, and like you was talking about earlier with RG3, he embodies that whole
Hmm.
concept that you talking about. It's
Hmm.
like, oh, I got the white woman. I'm a free Negro. I'm a full American. Like, no, brother, you still the same. You
Yeah,
looked at
dude.
the
Yeah.
same that they looked at every rest of us. You just one that played football and made some money. You're just a nigga with money. That's it. I'm telling you, man.
Hmm.
Like, like we're not where we really think we are as a people. And the more you look at this stuff, and you know what? And actually, man, at one point I thought we were almost gonna get there, man. I was actually in my own head. I thought we were moving the right. We had Barack Obama as president. Oh yeah, we got a Negro. Uh, I won't say he's black per se, but he is a Negro. You
He's
know what I'm
there.
saying?
I agree.
So I'm like, you got a Negro president. You know, um, and he's a very articulate. He's got elected 2 times. He's very accepted, like as far as his approval rating. Great, we might be on a path forward, right? But what happened is that just a couple years later, here comes the underbelly of America surfacing up again, tiki torches and freaking, you
Nick
know,
Fuentes. Nick was
radicalized,
out there. Nick
you know,
Fuentes was out there in Charlottesville. He was out there.
yeah. It- I mean, which is that dude right there is completely insane. I don't know what his problem is. Your name is Fuentes, brother.
And,
You,
and, and rumors he's a gay man.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, yeah. He doesn't. He says a lot of things that do come across as very homo homosexual
That's not what he
in nature.
says.
I mean, he says them too, though. I mean, it's also like what his whole demeanor is in that same space. And that's another thing that kind of trips me out too, is that we have come in a society where the homosexual um agenda
Mhm.
has piggybacked on to the black civil rights agenda, and surpassed it, and has become more acceptable than actually being black.
Well, yep.
Which is what the how do we keep doing all the labor in this country and then coming up on the bottom of the pile every time, man? That's it's disgusting.
Well, that's how the country works, man. It doesn't really work where it's that black and white or up and down. It's politics is filled with negotiations. So yeah, people will take your issue and they'll make it where when it end it benefits them.
Right, right.
And it's really no different than a spending bill. You have a spending bill. Say you want to build a bridge,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, okay, you need a bridge. You go and look at it. This bridge is 10 years. We need to rebuild this bridge. They'll say, okay, well, I'll vote in support of building this bridge, but you got to give me something. What are you looking for? I need a
Mm-hmm.
baseball field. We got a baseball field at Mayford's high school. What
Mm-hmm.
do you need? I needed to get we need gotta get the grass. We got to get new grass, new fence, and just turn around and put it back together. So it's give and take. So then that thing that you're trying to do, you're trying to get a bridge. It's a bill full of they call it pork. It's full of pork.
Mm-hmm.
It's full with pork. So people say, "Oh, we for the bill, we for the bridge," but if we vote for this, it's got Mayfield baseball field. This guy needs something. This person needs something.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll say we ain't voting for it. But what I'm saying, when you vote for it, it has a lot of other stuff in it. That's how they've done the black community. Black people want something. The politicians get it, and they reconfigure it so that it turns out it's something for them, not for black people.
Right. No, absolutely. And I 100% get that. The part that's just amazing to me is that when the pork actually is a being more impactful than the actual surface level of the bill, man. It's like, what are we doing? You know, it, it's
Mhm.
it's crazy, and that's kind of what happened. And you know what the truth is, honestly, in my opinion, that happened under Barack Obama's watch.
Yeah, it was under the Democratic Party watch.
Yeah, as a whole, and it's wild. And then the other thing that the one thing that I seen in terms of when we're looking at like our society as a whole, and it kind of fits into the whole Pookie thing as well too. Um, Even if we eliminated like the undesirables, of our society, so let's say if if the prevailing negative sentiment about who's the undesirables of the country, um, were to get their way, if they were to the Thanos snap them all out of existence, you know, the funny thing is they're only such a small percentage of society as a whole. So when we look at like the crime statistics that Charlie Kirk was touting that actually condemned all black people, would mean it seemed like 50% of our entire population was just completely bloodthirsty criminals, the way he presented it, right? All right. The reality of it is it's only like 3 to 6% of the population that actually have any kind of criminal history or criminal records. I mean, all right, so you get rid of all those people, right? All right. And then you look at like let's say if the prevailing bigoted racist, mindset was like, hey, we can snap our fingers and get rid of all the undesirable immigrants. Well, that's a small percentage of the population. Black people are only like 13% of the population, man. There's 330 million people here. So you get rid of all us, boom, we're on an island somewhere, or we just snapped out of existence. Get rid of all the Hispanics, they snap out of existence. What they don't really realize is that they themselves will now become the undesirables.
Oh,
They themselves are now the bottom rung. So the way our society is set up is that we have to have these different levels and these different tiers of classes, different tiers of skills, different tiers of everything. And the people at the bottom, or there's going to be a subsection of society that's not going to be getting their way. And when they don't get their way, they tend to break rules. And if they don't follow the rules, then they tend to be considered criminals. It doesn't necessarily matter what the type of crime is. It just matters that whatever the rules are, they can make anything a law. That is you could even change the Constitution as a whole. I mean, at one point, what wasn't slavery illegal, and we had to change that, right? You know, so um, to me, it's just like this crazed fantasy that people have as a society that think that if you could just get rid of the undesirables, then all of a sudden everything will be great. There's no utopia, man. It doesn't exist, and these people just think that there's some hope for this great utopia in this world, and it doesn't exist. And a lot of times these people are really wishing for their own hell that they're going to bring to themselves by trying to focus on getting rid of all the undesirable people that in the country that they think that's going to save their behinds and make their lives
well,
better. It's insane.
you have to look at human nature. So within human nature, there's bad behavior. So you say undesirables. Even if you targeted a group of people and said these are undesirable, let's eliminate them from society. We still are human beings,
Mhm.
and which means that all of a sudden you'll find it. The people that you're saying are good will start exhibiting the same traits as the people you got rid of as undesirable because we're humans and it's human nature to go against certain things and just to be it's human nature just to be disagreeable.
Yep.
Period. Just period. Why I don't, everybody going right, I'm going left. Why? I feel like I need to go left. Why? Because I want to. Why? It's human nature.
Exactly. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? But I will say though, it is very it's appealing to a certain mindset to act like it's not human nature, and act like, hey, you know what, we're better than those guys over there, and if we could just just you know what I'm saying, if we could just get rid of them, then the world would be a better place, and so you know and then the funny thing is that the following that you can get from speaking so provocatively about um like anybody, like about black people, about gays, Jews, whatever. The people that you can't speak about. They there's always a group of bigoted people out there that are just so riled up and just convinced that that's the way to go. Man, there's money in it.
Yep. You what?
It's insane how much money is in that. You know, Democrat, Republican, it's the us versus them. It's the tribalistic nature of the human
Yeah.
existence.
Mm-hmm.
And I
You're
just
right.
find it absolutely fascinating at one hand, but on the other side of it, it's absolutely idiotic. you know?
I got you. And we appreciate you, Hutch, as
Yeah.
always. You always come through and save the day.
I
Um,
don't know about
we're talking about what are we going to do with Pookie? Scott said we talked about things that they get into and how we need to move forward and how they leave a lasting impression. And these are contributions, man. We're trying to put contributions to make a change. And we're trying to do it, man. We're gonna keep doing it. I know a lot of people don't want us. A lot of people don't want to have these conversations, but we're gonna have them for better, for worse. And we appreciate you, Hutch. We appreciate K-Rax. We appreciate the people who came up to discuss this stuff with us so we can try to some kind of way figure it out. How to shout out to Dollface and Trinity. Shout out. And I wish the Indian woman, I don't know, and I wish she would have came up here, man. There's so much I want to know about that Indian just existence, man. She said she was a Blackfoot. She said she was a Blackfoot. No, I wish she could have came up, man. She was going after Smooth Operator, and Smooth Operator was talking. I didn't know he was an Indian, but unfortunately, she didn't do it. How you doing, what's that? Shalette Quill. Yeah. And look, all the women, don't be strangers. Come on up. Don't let Hutch run you guys off. Come on up. I'll take care of Hutch. Come on up and introduce yourself. Say hello. I appreciate you. We got to go ahead and get up out of here today for this moment. And we'll see you guys later, man. Take care.